Nigeria's return to nascent democracy in 1999, the country has been faced with a lot of security challenges, especially in the northeast and north-central regions, ranging from farmer herders crisis, banditry, kidnapping, communal crisis, among others, which has triggered humanitarian crisis across the country. This humanitarian crisis has led to the loss of lives, thousands displaced, children out of school, and it has also threatened the food security of the nation. Also, challenges of climate change has continued to pose dangers to the environment and people, as various stakeholders and government have made concerted efforts to combat challenges of climate change as well as other natural disasters. According to UNICEF Report 2022, more than 1.5 million children were affected by the flooding. The protracted armed conflict in northern Nigeria has caused unprecedented humanitarian and protection crisis in the region, forcing millions of women, men, and children into survival mode. Women and girls are disproportionately affected by the humanitarian situation in Nigeria. According to statistics, 59% of the 8.4 million people are in need of humanitarian assistance. 55% of the 2.2 million IDPs are female, and the same pattern holds for returnees. It is to address these challenges and other sundry issues that the Intercommunity Development Social Organization commenced its operations in Nigeria in 2007. Incorporated by the Corporate Affairs Commission in 2013, the Intercommunity Development Social Organization has so far carried out interventions in 9 states of Borno, Yobe, Adamawa, Benue, Nasarawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Lagos, and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja.
Why we decided to work in some states, not all the states or the federation, is because we have limitations when it's come to issue of resources, and in addition to that, we are not just about expanding the scope of our intervention, but we are looking at the impact of the intervention. So with the little resources we have, we decided to concentrate our interventions in states where we can be able to make positive impact for the lives of our target beneficiaries.
The Intercommunity Development Social Organization has 7 key thematic areas as its key priority. They include education in emergency, food security and livelihoods, gender and protection, social cohesion, WASH, climate change and adaptation, and disaster preparedness and response.
Our programs primarily aims as a reverting or imparting or saving the lives of the vulnerable beneficiaries in the community, with particular emphasis on women, youth, children, and other minority groups. So, like when you look at the education in emergency, we primarily target children that are affected by humanitarian crisis. We provide them with educational materials. We set up temporary learning spaces. We also renovated public schools that were destroyed by insurgency in the northeast. And we also understand that most of them have psychosocial problems as a result of the Boko Haram insurgency. In view of that, we recruit and train community volunteer teachers so that they can be able to provide mental health and psychosocial support to the children that we are intervening. On food security and livelihoods, as an organization dedicated to women, youth, and other minority groups empowerment, we identify agriculture as one of the major areas that can address the issue of food security and also provide employment opportunity, boost income generations amongst the target groups.
The Intercommunity Development Social Organization has been collaborating with communities involving the local actors, community leaders, traditional rulers, and other faith-based organizations towards mobilizing communities for climate change actions as well as prioritizing social cohesion among the people.
meeting with stakeholders, first thing we do as an organization is to present the project to them. We look at it together, we seek their input in the designing, implementation, monitoring and evaluation, and also it helps us to get feedbacks on the quality of project we are implementing. They also advise us on best practices for effective and quality project implementation.
The organization also believes that empowering local actors with the necessary tools and resources is crucial to enhancing their capacity to respond to these complex challenges and conflicts.
They are the custodians of all the culture and the traditions in the communities that we work. However, due to some of them, their vulnerability backgrounds, and for the fact that they are not being consulted for decision making in the society, we sit with them, sometimes guide them on how they can organize themselves and approach governments for relevant policies and programs that will impact on the lives of the people in their constituencies.
The Intercommunity Development Social Organization is not doing it alone, but has been working together with some partners towards disaster reduction, reaching out to the displaced and less privileged in the society.
The management should enforce every member of the analysis committee to adhere to code of conduct and then sign fraud policy.
If the child is agreeing, it is highly encouraged for hygienic care. So the child is not malnourished. So this is just a one way and the easiest way for you to identify if that child is really malnourished.
Some of the partners include Street Child United Kingdom, World Food Program Nigeria, Creative Associate International Corporated USA, Islamic Relief Worldwide UK, Water and Development, a UNESCO project, among several others. Benue State, situated in north-central Nigeria, has witnessed humanitarian crisis due to natural disasters like flooding and farmer header crisis, as well as communal crisis. To cushion the suffering of these affected persons, the Intercommunity Development Social Organization, in partnership with the Islamic Relief Worldwide, distributed food and non-food items to households affected by natural disasters as well as the less privileged.
I'm so much happy because the condition I am passing through as a disabled person is not even an easy thing. So when it happened for me to come and get this thing, I'm so much happy.
I am very happy for this food stuff where they give us for this time.
Well, myself, I'm happy for what they have done. Yes, I'm really happy and I appreciate.
God should bless them and give them more resources so that they can reach more to the disabled and the aged.
The Executive Secretary of the Benue State Emergency Management Agency, James Yopo, appreciated the kind gesture, saying it will go a long way in alleviating the sufferings of the people.
I counseled them not to say this item because it's for household. So I think they will appreciate the efforts of RDS. The government of the day appreciate their efforts. And I said we are going to meet their headquarters and plead with them to locate to Benue State. Project Director IDS Nigeria, Jacob Akem, says they intend to sustain this gesture and calls for more partnership.
IDS as an organization has been working across Nigeria, especially in the northeastern parts of the country, that is highly devastated as a result of the Boko Haram insurgency. So we will leverage on our existing relationship with so many other development partners over there to see how we can expand the scope of the intervention to Benue State.
This particular project was a dream that IDS has been having for years, reaching out to those that are affected in the community by extreme hunger.
The Intercommunity Development Social Organization, still in partnership with the Islamic Relief Worldwide, also distributed food items to over 1,000 vulnerable households affected by insurgency in Borno State. The Director General, Borno State Emergency Management Agency, Dr. Bakindo thanked the donor and assured them of their collaboration at all times.
We really appreciate your effort, and this is to show that Borno State government appreciates your concern that made me, as the Director General, to abandon almost all my schedules to come to this occasion.
The efforts of IDS and other partners in the food distribution exercise.
The Islamic Relief Worldwide Program Manager, Mudasa Sa, encouraged the beneficiaries not to sell their food items and thanked the Borno State government for creating the enabling environment for the distribution.
We are grateful for you because of you we are here. If you were not here, then there wasn't any point for us coming.
Mun ji daɗin taimakon nan da suka kawo mana, kuma a lokacin da muke bukatan taimako suka kawo mana.
Duri kamu sun gani na lenga goyin su ne ma kawo ku gina zo fitar alhamdulillah askin yana yana.
Gaskiya mun gode musu dan muna bukatan taimako a lokacin suka mana taimako, kuma mun gode musu, Allah ya buɗa musu.
Also not left out is the area of capacity building, as the IDS Nigeria, in collaboration with other partners, have carried out series of training workshops on financial management, disaster management, climate change, conflict mitigation, amongst others.
You may to secure yourself as well. If you pay 60% to any vendor and he is run away, so what will you do?
So both of them are investors, both of them are working. But in Mudarba, only one party is investing, the other party is doing all the work. Our aim is to reach out to the people in a timely and effective manner.
I want to seize this opportunity to thank Islamic Relief Worldwide for the opportunity to attend the training as a BOT chairperson.
Despite all the successes recorded, they are not left without challenges.
The national NGOs that has the understanding of the communities or the context or the environment they work with, sometimes they do not have the resources to lobby for funding, or they don't have technical staffs or personnel that can help them to design a quality or effective project that we are drawn to support. So it's very, very difficult for national organizations to access funding directly from the bilateral donor or development partners.
The project director, IDS Nigeria, is optimistic that in the years ahead, the organization will have impacted positively on the society.
As an organization, IDS have a strategic plan that guide our programs and operations across the country, and with the support in terms of finance and technical that we are receiving from Islamic Relief Worldwide and other development partners like World Food Programs, Street Child, Creative Associate International, and so many other donor partners. We want to, in the next 5 years, we have a long-term strategic plan. In the next 5 years, be at the top of humanitarian operations.